name is Melissa from ShipShape PA, and I will be taking you through an upper body kettlebell workout today. All you're going to need is one. You can use two kettlebells if you have them. If you just have one, that's fine as well. So go ahead, grab those kettlebells, and we're going to get started with our warm-up. All right, for our warm-up, we are going to start to warm that upper body up by loosening up the joints, loosening up the muscles. So we're going to start with an IYT, get things activated. You're going to hinge at the hips. You're going to bring those arms up in front of you, thumbs pointing up. Take them back down, out to a Y, back down, out to a T, back down. We're going through a couple rounds here, loosening up, warming up. All right, our next movement is going to be the inchworm. You can stand on the edge of your mat. We are going to walk our arms out, our hands out to a high plank. Take it down to a push-up and walk yourself back up. Exhaling at the top, walking yourself down. Give me that push-up. Walk yourself back up to the top. Let's go one more. Walking yourself back up to the top. All right, we're gonna take ourselves onto our mats, into your tabletop position here. And I just want you to rock forward nice and gently, rock back, loosen up those wrists, putting the pressure in those fingertips. You can rock side to side if you want. Just loosening up the joints, tucking the shoulder blades underneath. From here, we are going to take it into a bear hold, okay? So what I want you to do is line your wrists, elbows, and shoulders all in a nice line. Your knees are stacked under your hips. You're gonna tuck your toes underneath. I'm gonna lift my knees about an inch or two up off the ground, engaging the core, locking those shoulder blades down underneath in place. From here, we're gonna breathe, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take it into a shoulder tap, keeping those knees up, core engaged, tapping that shoulder, back down. Tap that other shoulder, back down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax. Shake out those arms. Take a deep breath. Get yourself ready, grab that kettlebell, and we are going to get started with our upper body kettlebell workout. On YouTube. We have a couple different exercises we're going to do in the circuit. We are going to do a kettlebell row, a kettlebell pullover, and a bicep curl, all with the kettlebell. So I'm going to demonstrate for you all the kettlebell row, how it's going to run, and I will include this after we do the workout. We are going to do 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps, depending on that size. If you have super heavy kettlebells, you can lift heavier, just drop those reps down. That's totally up to you. So after I demonstrate, feel free to pause and get through the workout. So you're gonna start with that kettlebell row, okay? You're gonna hinge those hips back and keeping a nice flat back here, all right? We don't wanna be rounded at our back, and we don't wanna be super arched here. So we have a nice neutral flat back, nice neutral spine, hinged at the hips here, and bent over so that we can work that posterior chain here. Okay, so if you only have one kettlebell, you can totally use just one kettlebell. That's awesome. Just do one side, hit that other side. I have 2 here, so I could do 2 kettlebell rows at the same time. You can also, if you're having a hard time getting low, you can do a staggered stance right here. Your forearm can go on your knee, and you can give me a row here as well. Okay, if you have a bench or anything, you can use that as your support. And row here. I'm just gonna stand hinged at the hips and row up from this position right here. 2 rows, 2 kettlebells. So like I said, we're gonna do 4 sets of everything, really work those muscles. 10 to 15 reps, depending if you have lighter kettlebells. If you have heavier kettlebells, just drop those reps down. So for that row, okay, we're gonna pull up towards our belly button, nice flat back. Elbows tucked in, slowly lower down. 1, 2, inhaling all the way up, exhaling all the way down. 3, end. See, I'm ending at the belly button. My arms are not here. I'm not pulling that weight up in front of me, staying by the belly button here, okay? Stay tuned, we're gonna go over the pull over next to work more of the lats. We're gonna lay down on the mat for this next exercise. All right, join me on the ground for this pull over. We are going to hold on to the bell of the kettlebell, okay? We're gonna lay nice and flat onto our backs. That kettlebell is gonna be lifted up straight. You're gonna gently, slowly lower back, pulling it back up to neutral, really working those lats. Squeezing the posterior chain. Inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. Nice stable body through all these movements. Lower that weight down, set it off to the side, and you can sit up. So you're gonna start with that row, you're gonna hit that pullover we just did, and then we're gonna take it into a standing bicep curl. All right, for that bicep curl, you can hold on to the bell as this of the kettlebell as well, okay? Elbows are gonna be tucked into the sides, gently, slowly lowering down at a count of 3, squeezing those biceps on the way up. 3, 2, 1. Squeezing up for 10 reps. Exhaling at the top. Keeping a nice stable core through all these movements. All right, that's your kettlebell bicep curl. So you can pause this video after this little clip. I'm gonna have a picture of the workout that you could do that for that upper body. Then we're gonna switch it over for a couple more chest tricep exercises. All right, everyone, now that you completed that, those back and bicep exercises, we are gonna move it on to the chest, tricep, and a little bit of core stabilization in here as well. So for our first move, we're gonna do a chest press with the kettlebell. So you'll just need to lie on your mat and we'll get started. All right, we're gonna start in the racked position here, and we're gonna lay gently onto the ground using that core, and we're gonna take it into a chest press from here, holding onto the handles, laying back, shoulder blades squeezed together, pressing up from here, keeping those shoulders nice and stable. Dropping down and pressing up. We're gonna take it down for a 3 count. 3, 2, 1, and pushing up, exhaling as we take it to the top. Gently lower those weights down. And then from there, we're gonna go into a tricep extending, standing up on our feet. All right, we have a tricep extension next with our kettlebell. So what you're gonna do is start with that kettlebell up nice and high, keeping those elbows tucked in to the side, slowly lowering down that kettlebell, pressing back up, okay? You need a lot of shoulder stability for this movement. Taking it down nice and slow, 3, 2, 1, press up, okay? As you can see, when I'm standing from the side, I'm not arching my back, my core is strong. And press up. All right, and that's your tricep extension. Hang around for that core movement. We're gonna go through the core exercise, and then you're gonna give me 4 sets, like I said, 10 to 15 reps. If you have that heavier weight, stick with the lighter reps to keep it easier on yourself. For that tricep extension, you're definitely gonna need a lot of shoulder stability, so I don't recommend using super heavy weights for that. Okay, our next movement is called the halo, and what you're gonna do for this is grab onto the bell of the kettlebell. This is gonna be for core stability and a lot of shoulder work and just that total upper body control. Holding on to the bell, you're gonna lift that weight up and you're gonna do circles around your head. Okay, I want you to alternate each direction, working that core, working those shoulders. Okay, now for here, you're just gonna give me a total of 5 each side or 10 total, however you wanna count that. All right, go ahead to the next thing that you're gonna see is gonna be the workout. I'll have that demonstrated. You can pause there, get through it. The next exercise that we're gonna do is actually gonna be our cool down, lots of upper body stretching. All right, awesome work on that workout. Hopefully your upper body is feeling nice and worked. We are gonna stretch it out, and I wanna let you guys know if you have any questions, you can feel free to write them in the comments. You can email our ShipShape team. That's totally up to you. However you have questions, feel free to ask away. If you need any modifications, any different exercise, you can always email us at our ShipShape email with any questions. So we're gonna stretch out. We're gonna start in a downward dog. So from here, you can walk yourself out, okay, into that downward dog, and I want you to put your head in between your arms and really push that ground away from you, pushing those hips up as high as you can, really stretching out that back, finding length. If you were contracting a lot of those muscles in your back, you need to let them relax. You need to lengthen them in order for them to rejuvenate. Really push that floor away from you. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it into your plank here. We're gonna drop into tabletop, so you can bring those knees down, okay? And we're gonna drop it into child's pose just to get another stretch in that posterior chain in that back. Okay, you can put your big toes together and put your knees out so you can really get that back stretch. We're gonna hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to walk your hands over to the side, just one hand, over to the right. My right hand is over to the right. I'm gonna take my left hand and put it on top so I can get a little bit of that side stretch. We worked our lats, it's so important to stretch them out. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it over to the other side. Left hand is down, right hand is on top. Take a deep breath, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up to the top. We're gonna stretch out those shoulders. What I want you to do here is take your left hand up and you're gonna fold across your head. You can grab onto that elbow. We're gonna stretch out our shoulders, stretch out our triceps. Taking a deep breath here, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put those arms down, stretch it out the other way. Holding here, taking a deep breath, keep that chin up, head up. Let's stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those arms. All right. Awesome work, everyone. Thank you for joining me in this kettlebell workout. Again, just let us know if you have any questions, and have a wonderful rest of your day.